Well, ladies and gentlemen. In today's news, she just got fucking destroyed. Again. How bad is it? I've been seeing people talking about it. More people than usual. So something must have happened that was real bad. Let's find out, shall we, from more Pegasus.
Welcome back to a series so dastardly.
Oh, dastardly. Oh, that's a good one. I'm definitely stealing that one.
Even Plankton subscribed. In today's video, new
It's like from Wacky Races.
creators are complaining about iDubbbz and Anissa. Apparently, they lost thousands of dollars on their event. Ethan has responded. Local Hassan Orbit.
Who is this guy? Is he the like? He's the video effects guy. Oh yeah, action VFX on his shirt. Gotcha.
Of dollars on their event. Ethan has responded. Local Hassan orbiting moon Denims has actually gotten lawyers, but they are absolutely panicking and seemingly helping Ethan. Attorney Legal Mindset has done.
They're panicking because they know that she can't win, but also they know they're gonna get paid, so they're probably not panicking that bad.
The legal analysis, and it appears they are cooked. Subscribe for the greatest discovery since fire itself. The Pegasus channel, of course. Over to you, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Alright, let's begin with Ethan calling out iDubbbz and Anissa. Basically, this creator called Ren was talking about how he lost thousands of dollars in iDubbbz's creator clash, and he still hasn't been compensated. Now, if you remember, he's also called them out in the past. Here's a quick recap.
Like, Ian and I were friends walking.
Yeah, this guy is just like a regular creator. These guys are regular creators. I watch their show sometimes. I haven't watched it in a couple years though, but like they have the where they go over the visual effects in certain movies and stuff and like talk about how they did it. And I also remember they were looking at alien footage, like UFO footage, and we're like, how did they do this? How is this fake?
Down a sidewalk, and he gets stung by a wasp, and he's like, oh, and he looks up and there's a wasp nest there. Pulls out a bat and he runs up and hits that wasp nest and comes back. He's like, ha, I showed that wasp nest. And I'm like, uh-oh. And all the wasps come flying out and they start stinging us, both of us.
Right, so now he's revealed that he's actually lost thousands of dollars, and Ethan has responded.
I don't want to get into too
Would watch a corridor clash, somebody said.
many details about it, but basically with the event being canceled, they're not entitled to pay you all of it. And so it was suddenly like, oh, now not only is this event not happening, I'm now losing thousands of dollars on this event.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
Can you please play me the clip of her talking about how she cares about the fighters so much?
I smell a lawsuit. I think they ain't got no money to pay, but they will probably. They'll have a little bit of money and it'll be garnished.
We have that.
That's
Usually fight promoters, they just use these people.
that's their clip on Hassan's show.
I'm a socialist, okay? I believe in taking care of my people. Unlike these crazy capitalists that show up, pay their fighters.
They pretend they're socialists, but they don't actually practice socialism. They just say it. They practice shitty capitalism, not even just real capitalism, shitty capitalism. Like Trump's kind of capitalism.
Ahead of time. This is so socialist coded. They go, you pay for, you're responsible up front, and you don't get paid until we make money. That's the socialist creed. They go, oh, you want a piece? Then you don't get paid till I get paid.
The Trump Hotel in Las Vegas has faced multiple allegations and legal actions related to unfair labor practices, including the firing of workers who supported unionization. In one instance, the Trump International Hotel Las Vegas agreed to a settlement with the National Labor Relations Board, which included paying $11,200 to 2 employees. Additionally, there have been other incidents involving the Trump Organization and labor disputes. For example, the Trump Organization was accused of firing or threatening to fire supporters of unionization and maintaining unlawful rules against employees communicating with each other and the public. Some of these complaints are still pending, and as part of the settlement, Trump roughened commercial admitted to no violation of the National Labor Relations Act. These actions are part of a broader pattern of labor issues involving Trump's businesses. It sounds like the same shit. Does it not?
No, that's not how we work around. That's not what capitalism is. I pay, you do work for me, and I pay you.
Right, so it seems like the setup that iDubbbz and Anissa had was that nobody gets paid unless they make a profit. At least that's what it appears like from this clip, and it seems like a ton of people ended up losing money, and it's
I bet even if they would have made an actual profit on it, they still would have been finding ways to weasel out of paying all of the money to them.
not just the charity, but the creators participating as well. Now, if you missed the previous episodes, there was a creator called Dad who got completely screwed over. This guy was basically relying on this extra income from iDubbbz and Anissa, but didn't get it at all. And he basically got hurt pretty bad boxing, and it was all for nothing. And the thing is, that's not how an event should be run. In these type of cases, the person should be getting paid no matter what. Like, for example, even as a YouTuber, if you're hiring like an editor, right? If your video ends up getting 0 views, that doesn't mean you get to skip paying them, because obviously that's just ridiculous. It is your job as the employer to bear the loss no matter what happens. Now, this next part, Ethan points out how they specifically chose some creators that were broke and kind of relied on this sort of income in order to manipulate them.
I believe what they did was especially nefarious.
Yes.
They recruited many, if not most, of their boxers were influencers who were not rich. So
influencers who were small creators who were trying to just find some way to gain more of an audience. And that's all that they were trying to do.
To these people, they can dangle $20,000 in front of them as a carrot on a stick to hold them, to keep them in line, so that if you leave or if something comes up or whatever it is, it's like, sorry,
Yeah.
So it's like they talk about how they don't want to exploit their fighters. The format itself was exploited.
This whole event exploited the fighters.
You don't make them fucking front their own money for training and then pay them back at the end. That's insane. Why would they want Dad to fight in all three? Why? They had a bunch of repeat fighters, and all of the fighters they had repeat for were not rich fighters. These were people who were depending on them to pay them back, to fund their money.
Right, so I was actually completely unaware of this. So basically they made people spend their money and then they only got compensated back if the event does well. I mean, that is like extremely messed up, no? And I also find it super sus that they chose Dad to be part of all the events. Like, no disrespect to him, of course, but he's not that relevant compared to, some other creators they could have gotten.
I legit didn't know who the guy was until Creator Clash.
So the only reason to have him on was to basically have like a death grip on his balls, literally doing the very thing that they were complaining about, rich people exploiting desperate creators who wanted to make some quick money boxing. And ironically, this whole thing made them themselves broke.
No charity got any money. What did you waste all the money? What did you spend all the money for? For Anissa and Ian to take a fucking, to have a cocktail party? What?
Plus, for influencers, your time is your money.
Big time.
Yeah, and they were pretending that they were doing a good thing to make themselves feel good. That's really what it was, and to make money.
If he's not spending time on training, he would be making more content or whatever it is that he does. He would do more of that and make money.
Why do they have Dad 3 times?
Well, Dad is a really cool part of the event.
He doesn't have a big audience.
But they did not treat him as such.
He doesn't have a huge audience. He doesn't bring people to...
But
he's entertaining. He's cool.
Yeah, he's really entertaining.
Great the first and the second time. Why do we need him 3 times?
Look, I get it. If they wanted him...
they control him. They can control him. But he needs money. He needs the money. They like that. He needs the money.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously there's no inherent problem with having the same creator on multiple times. The problem comes when you seemingly do it for nefarious reasons, to have this level of control over them. Like, each step we look into this, it just keeps getting more and more sinister. I mean, you gotta consider that Dad literally sacrificed the opportunity cost as well, right? He could have been, growing his own career, making content the entire time, but he set everything aside to train for this boxing event all this time. And I feel like it was specifically hurtful because, he was a smaller creator. If it was like a bigger creator, they weren't really, obviously they would also lose a huge opportunity cost, but they're not financially relying on them. Then Ethan pulls up one of their old clips and calls them the ultimate hypocrites.
Communism in action, guys. This is what it looks like.
I think what really made me mad about boxing events in the past is that it's rich assholes betting their money to make money to have people that are struggling to make ends meet and pay rent.
Let's examine that.
I'm just saying every single time. Every single time they say anything, it's always projection. All of the things that they say everybody else is doing, all the problems they have with everybody, they only say it because it's on their minds, because that's what the fuck they're doing. Every single time. Every single time.
Dad, is he someone who's struggling to make ends meet based on the videos you've seen? Yes. Rich assholes. Before this event, I don't know, but would Ian and Anissa be considered rich?
Comparatively, they're considered rich.
Rich by most people's standards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's
Not
go back,
anymore.
because right now she's kind of describing herself to a T.
What really made me mad about boxing events in the past is that it's rich assholes betting
Them.
their money to make
Exactly what they did. They bet their money to exploit these fighters. Literally weren't even going to pay them back until they made their money back on the gamble that they would get that 34%.
money to like have people that are struggling to like make
Come on, guys, this is a team effort. It's a community. We all gotta work together. And if we work together and we don't get enough profit, well, we're gonna be the ones who take all the money. That's exactly what they did. That's what they're saying the problem with it is. And they did that. Every time. It's always projection.
ends meet and pay rent.
Dad.
Watch them do it, and then they'll go home and like have a lot of money.
And the fighters are.
Yeah, it's the irony is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Just literally what
I mean, I love how the clip.
Dude, the irony every single time. Every single time. These fucking retards. Do they not even know, or are they just that evil?
Almost perfectly describe them. Rich assholes trying to exploit people while also secretly taking money from a charity event while also pretending like they're the good guys. And how perfect is it that Hassan is in that clip as well? It just perfectly sums it up. I mean, at least they can never do it again, considering they're apparently broke now, stuck in a basement, selling their house, trying to move to Canada. By the way, a lot of you guys pointed out in the comments as well, who thought Canada is a good idea? It's like insanely expensive there. Like even the groceries and
They're moving in with somebody, that's why. They're desperate, they don't know anybody. Probably they're moving in with somebody who lives in Canada. Probably her parents.
stuff, some of the prices I've been seeing, like, wow, dude, I don't think you're gonna be saving any money there. And even if you do happen to make any money, like the taxes there are crazy. So yeah, I don't know, I'd probably consider moving to like.
They're probably also doing it because they think America is evil, or the United States is evil, because Canada's technically still America. It's how ironic, though. How ironic. They're moving to Canada because America is evil, if that is even why. But I guarantee that's a huge reason.
Like
They just hate
Thailand
America.
or something. Like, where did Canada come from? Now, after this, Ethan talks about the
Because it's close, Mexico sucks, it's dangerous, and they hate America. That's why.
socialist way of running things.
And that's the thing. They go, oh, communism, socialism rules. The capitalists, who she's being like, oh, f these people, they actually pay their fighters.
At least they put
They
an
actually
event.
fulfill their obligations. Socialism is Anissa being in charge.
I'm an angry bitch.
Socialism is creator clash, start and end.
Definitely don't show this clip to Hassan. He's gonna call you a Nazi again. I mean, this is exactly what happens when you incorporate yourself into the Hassan Goon Squad, right? You try to live by their beliefs, and then you find yourself completely screwed. And in the process, you completely screw over everyone else as well. Like, you want to talk about this ideal society where everything works perfectly, but that's just not the real world. And this is what ends up happening when you try to assert your ridiculous ideals upon the world. It just completely
That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel about this.
completely fails. Right, so then Ethan talks about how the company Real Good Touring, who Idibs and Anissa partnered with, should actually sue them because, you know, they took the fall for creator
Lawsuit. I smell it. I knew I smelled it. I knew I smelled it.
clash, and then Idibs and Anissa just sort of, you know,
They're
abandoned
gonna
ship.
get sued.
We
So
don't-
if people are talking about a lawsuit, I can see it happening. It's gotta.
regret it.
No regrets.
Like, I just want to make that very
No regrets. This guy lectured me on what it means to be a good person. Look how fucking little he cares about everybody he fucked over.
stepping away from the company is not because we regret what we've done. We needed to do what we did. I'm very proud of what
Now-
you've done.
By the way, we needed to do what we did on the content cop, but I thought she had nothing to do with it.
Well, and actually,
she like can't make up her mind.
no, she's a liar.
They're all
And
liars.
she's-
moron.
And a moron.
And a
She's liar,
moron.
she's a
Whoa, 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 whoa. She's more than a moron. She's completely fucking retarded.
moron
Yeah.
who can't keep track of her lies. She wants Ian to take all the responsibility and she wants all the accolades. They knew already long before the content cop that the event was failing on
Yeah.
a catastrophic level. So she quit, threw the hot potato in Real Good Touring's lap.
I just want to point out, by the way, got this back here in the background. Don't like Cuba Gooding Jr. Great movie, though. I love Radio. Radio, own it. I love that movie.
Who's now responsible for paying all these people back.
This is totally tarnishing them too.
They should absolutely sue them. Like, what the
Yeah.
But I truly am
Yeah.
genuinely the happiest I've ever
They
been.
took monetary and reputation.
Because until this, as an influencer, I've only heard good things about Real Good
Yeah.
Touring.
Oh my god, bro. Stop. Don't edge me like this. More lawsuits, dude? More lawsuits?
Yeah, all these people are going to be sued out of oblivion. And we've been, like, everything that we say comes true. Right? It's all just predictions. And they're true every time because it's easy to see. It's not even really predictions. It's like pattern recognition. We can see this shit how it ends. They don't get it. They don't get it because they're stupid.
I'm already having way too much fun with the Ethan Klein copyright lawsuits against the Hassan Orbiter.
Infinite content. Infinite content. Delicious.
If we get an iDubbbz and Anissa lawsuit, my god, I might have to buy an extra gooning pillow from my buddy Dan Clancy. Gonna have to ask him where he does his shopping. I'm sure he has the most premium materials. But dude, I just love how Anissa tries to pretend she had nothing to do with this. You know, I have nothing to do with this. It was all iDubbbz. Whenever anything fails, it's all iDubbbz. But then whenever anything succeeds, it was me. I was the mastermind behind all of this. Anyways, moving on to Hassan's orbiting moon, female
Oh,
Hassan,
man.
Denims. Now, quick recap. In the past, Denims was actually threatening to sue Ethan. She made a whole GoFundMe for it.
Yeah,
and
good
some
luck with
people
that.
suspected that she was also trying to pocket the money. So she got called out by her own community and then had to refund the GoFundMe. Then after that, she started bragging that, if I really did something wrong, you would be suing me. Ethan is too pussy to sue me.
How's the lawsuit going? Nowhere, because Ethan Klein's too much of a sue me because he knows he'll lose.
And, she effed around and she found out and Ethan finally sued her. And that brings us to today. Denims has actually gotten some lawyers. I mean, that already puts you ahead of Casey Tron and Froggen. But it
I thought she already got lawyers. What was that about? She just now getting lawyers? I thought she said that she had a really good legal team.
turns out Denims and her lawyers have actually come to an agreement to throw the H3 Snark mods under the bus. Here we have this tweet. Denims and Ethan's
Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Dude. Like I said, everything we say comes true.
lawyers both seem to be in agreement that unmasking the H3 Snark mods is warranted and should be expedited.
Warranted, expedited. Those are some funny words that they're using because I think that some people are going to be expedited because they're going to be issued warrants.
Oh my god, the cinema. Okay, so we got this post. Generally a bad sign for those being subpoenaed when both opposing parties agree that expedited discovery to unmask them is warranted. And here
Good.
we got these screenshots.
And also, I think somebody needs to sue Reddit for allowing things like this to happen.
On July 1st, counsel for the parties conducted a telephonic meet and confer regarding the grounds and necessity for the application. Whereas counsel for Denims, this is Denims' lawyers, agreed that TEI's request to seek expedited discovery from Reddit and Discord to obtain personal identifying information of the H3 Snark mods to name them in the complaint and serve the H3 Snark mods with the complaint is warranted under the circumstances. This is an absolutely
Wow.
catastrophic day for every anonymous or Reddit harasser or Discord mod who wants to go on this absolute power trip and think they are just like immune from all consequences. Whereas
The destruction of these people. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
On July 10, Counsel for TEI sent Counsel for Denims the proposed subpoenas to Reddit and Discord, to which Counsel for Denims does not object. So apparently they are, in agreement here. And this is basically what the attorney legal mindset actually predicted, where basically they'll be trying to shift the blame or essentially try to settle and, grovel at Ethan's feet, basically trying to settle out of court. And this is probably like the first step to that, just try to push the blame onto the mods. These guys were the ones doing the bad shit. My client actually didn't do shit, guys. Ethan Klein's lawyers basically requested a pause to the lawsuit in order to subpoena the Snark mods before proceeding so that
So it's gonna go on even longer now. So we've got even more content to go over, more content to talk about. It's gonna last even longer. I love it. I love it. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna be eating good for a while, man.
Could be legally named moving forward. They discussed this with Denim's attorneys, and Denim's attorneys agreed that the request was warranted, and they did not object after reviewing said subpoenas. Right, so one possibility is that, they want them to go after the mods instead of her, or the second possibility is that the lawyers just could not object to this request because it is so obviously related to the lawsuit and that would look ridiculous, so they just had to sort of let it through. Here's what people are saying makes sense. Denim's lawyers may be hoping to pass some of the liability of the Reddit mods. Perhaps I hope it will take some of the heat off Denims herself. I hope one of the mods turns out to be a streamer. Dude, listen, I've been keeping my theory.
Bro. Imagine if Hassan is one of those. I doubt it. But I could see somebody like Mike from PA, or even some people that we don't know about.
To myself because I want to make sure my predictions are perfect on the money here. I'm just gonna say I feel like it is very unlikely that the H3 Snark mods had absolutely no communications with Denims, Frogan, or Caseytron. Okay, I'm just saying that is very unlikely, and they possibly had some communication, and it's likely going to implicate them in some manner. Do you think the Reddit mods will turn on their idols now that they might have?
Yeah, I could see Mike from PA, Caseytron, being directly involved.
To actually face consequences. I mean, absolutely. You think they have any shred of loyalty? The only reason they take part in this is, one, they have some weird political ideology and they're politically brain rotted. Two is that they just love harassing people. Just some people,
It's both. They're politically brain rotted, and they like harassing people because they're garbage people, they're evil, and they got nothing better to do, and they're broke, they're sad.
They just crave that level of chaos. They just want to, be part of something, be part of this harassment campaign or whatever. And they will absolutely turn on their idols, so to speak, whether it be, Hassan, Denims, Frogan, whatever. I don't know how those people could ever be your idols, but they will definitely sell them out. Don't worry. And especially after Denims and her lawyers allowed this whole subpoena to go through without any pushback at all, okay? So obviously, they're going to be a little bit afraid, and they're going to be like, oh, well.
When you're garbage people, and you're doing evil, stupid, crazy shit, when it all starts to come out, they start backstabbing each other. They start telling on each other. Just like we fucking said. Just like we say every single time. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
They don't have my back. Why should I have their back?
Fuck around, find out.
My God, legal mindset called it. I don't know what you're talking about. He's not even a lawyer. According to Hassan, this guy is...
He's not a lawyer. He's an attorney.
A passport, bro. So like a fake lawyer, MAGA grifter, obviously. Oh, this is getting better and better. Get f***ed Redditors. This is gonna set an interesting precedent. Oh my God, dude. The absolute cinema keeps getting better.
Yeah, if you have a Reddit community or a Reddit, what do you call it? Thread. It's not a Reddit thread. Subreddit. There we go. I don't use Reddit. I have no idea. If you've got a subreddit that is based around harassing people, you gotta go. Because I think this is gonna only get worse if they don't do anything about it, and somebody's gonna end up suing Reddit, and they're gonna win.
Also go after the employees at Reddit who refuse to take down Snark. They are also participating in the harassment. That might be a little bit harder because Reddit would be inclined to protect them. And if
unless it gets worse. If it gets worse, then they're gonna have to do something about it, or they will get sued, and they won't win.
Go after the employees, that also implicates the company itself. Whereas if you're going after the mods here, Reddit will have no problem complying, right? This is what I expect the Ace to Snark mod to look like. And then we just got, I don't know what this is based on. I'm not gonna. Okay, moving on to the legal mindset analysis of the situation. First off, he talks about how in the courtroom, it's basically every man for himself.
As predicted, the disloyalty is already shining through in the Ethan Klein lawsuits, with
it's not even a prediction. It's just pattern recognition.
Denims throwing the Reddit and Discord mods under the bus immediately in one of her first court filings, sacrificing them to the legal corn of the Ethan Klein lawsuit. But as I've said, in the legal world, in the legal jungle, it is every man or woman for themselves. Now, many people like to talk about, one for all for one. We're all in this together. We're all part of a big community. And that may be...
Whoa, you said woman? Hold on. Are we past the point now that we do know what a woman is? Because these people are the kind of people that were on the same side as the people who didn't know what a woman was. And we forget about all that? I think so.
Well and good in the realm of feelings or in the realm of streaming or whatever else. But once you're in the courtroom legally, whether you like it or not, these defendants are all in it for themselves. That's why each defendant will need to have their own individual counsel, because ultimately their responsibility to defend themselves falls on solely them. They can't rely on these other people.
Oh, absolutely. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Basically, all of them just turning on each other, not standing in solidarity at all. And essentially, they are all just going to be like crabs in a bucket, pulling each other down, trying to backstab.
Yeah. Hassan better hope that he hasn't done anything crazy around these people, because if he has, then they're going to throw him under the bus. I can see that happening.
Each other, and this is just another classic, because obviously they have no reason to support each other. They're the only like combining force they have is their hatred towards Ethan Klein, but that's not enough to...
And they orbit around Hassan Piker.
Completely ruin your entire financial life just for the sake of some comrade on the internet. And the thing is, we already saw that they basically have no loyalty when Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denims got sued, and Hassan was just sitting, chilling there, refusing to actually donate. Now, he said that he privately might be maybe possibly donating something. I'm not buying that bullshit. Obviously, he's not, because if Hassan did donate publicly, that would inspire a bunch of other people and his own fans to also donate. So obviously, I assume he's just not donating.
Yeah, it's going to be a much bigger problem than he wants it to be, because if that happens, then even more people are going to be talking about this. And people are going to be completely against it. And already people are completely against it. But there's going to be even more people who are going to know about it. And it might get up to the government level. And he really doesn't want that, because it's already going to court. That is the government. But he doesn't want actual government people to know about it. And that will happen. And I think the actual government people are going to start picking up on who these people are. These types of people, this type of sentiment on the internet where it's like anti-Semitism and all that stuff and pro-terrorism. They've already mentioned it a couple times on cable news, and they stopped talking about it. Probably because they received a lot of hate from the left. A lot of people on the left pretend that they like him, because they don't know anything about him. They just know that he's also on the left, and he gets lots and lots of views, and he makes lots and lots of money. This is going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad, and it's only going to get worse.
Basically, what's going on here is that I'm with you when it costs me nothing. But the second this...
Eventually, this is all going to catch up to Twitch.
Second I have to put my own neck on the line for you, you're gone. Okay, I don't give a shit about you. Now in this next part, he explains that Ethan actually requested an expedited subpoena, right? And Denims did not actually have to agree to this, but her lawyers chose to do it anyways, basically because they wanted to throw the mods under the bus.
And I know that maybe these Discord mods, these Reddit mods looked at Denims, looked at Casey Tron, looked at Frogan, and saw these massive legal funds. They saw all this money in those legal funds, and they thought that was going to go to help them as well. They thought that would help their case, that would help them fight back against what they want to fight back against. That's not happening at all. And we have receipts today showing that Denims has already done this. So TED Entertainment, that's Ethan Klein. I'll just refer to TEI as Ethan Klein. What this is Ethan Klein wanted an expedited subpoena against these mods. So he's trying to fast track subpoenaing these mods. And this is not something that is necessarily 100% granted all the time. There are things they could fight back. There are things they could push back against. And this isn't something they necessarily have to agree to. But when you look at it here, when you look at the actual document and you see what happened, these guys talk. So obviously Ethan Klein and the attorneys for Denims had a conversation after Denims was served with a complaint. The counsel for Denims agreed. They made a decision. They elected to say, we are not going to raise any defense on behalf of the Reddit or Discord mods. We're not going to defend them in any way.
Amazing. I mean, amazing. So they did not want to spend a single second defending the Reddit mods. And supposedly they are on the same side, guys. I mean, this just shows how small the fabric of support actually is here. There's like absolutely zero camaraderie.
Yeah, it's a house of cards. It's like what we've been saying. It's all going to crumble down as soon as you pull one of those cards out. That card is going to cause everything else to crumble.
Here. And now we get to something far more interesting. So what's going to end up happening now, right, is basically all these mods, if any of them have any level of, private information that the public does not know or Ethan does not know, for example, just an example, who specifically did the CPS call on Ethan's kids, they're going to try to use it as bargaining chips to save themselves and implicate everybody else. So we might actually be getting some extra juicy information.
And I think this may be surprising to a lot in that camp, in the Denims camp or in the mod camp or etc., whatever that is, who thought they were going to be this one big team fighting against the evil villain Ethan Klein. That's not how it's working. How this is going to look is more like a sinking ship. It's more like a ship that just took a full broadside from the USS Ethan Klein. It's taking on water.
It is basically the same metaphor.
It's going down, and they are fighting over the one leaky lifeboat. One mod, for example, says, hey, I don't want anything to do with this. I want to get out of this. They try to bargain with Ethan Klein. They try to get some sort of settlement with Ethan Klein. This is when the knives come out. This is when people start stabbing the others in the back willingly.
Oh, that's a good one. Knives Out. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good example.
To try to escape this, just to try to get out of this. And this is going to escalate as we go into Discovery. We haven't even got full communications yet, full emails, full messages. Once those things come out.
Oh, man. Dude, it just gets better and better. Day by day by.
Out. It's only going to get worse because Discovery will go deeper and deeper and deeper into the communication.
That's a song by Tomahawk.
Between those parties. So as this goes forward, I expect it to be very bloody, very messy.
Oh my God. I mean, I cannot wait for those communications to actually be made public. It is going to be such cinema. And I know, Ethan is posting those messages online the second he gets them, or it's getting leaked somehow through some mysterious circumstances, and I will be there to cover it every single time. Now, if you're wondering why the Reddit and Discord mods in particular are screwed, is because unfortunately, this is a copyright lawsuit, and they did host the links and the channels for the copyright infringement. Basically, they had that one post where they basically linked to Denims and all these other creators where they said, here, you can watch the video here, do not give Ethan any views. And that is obviously enabling the copyright infringement, which I think is one of the reasons Ethan could subpoena them in the first place. And I feel like you can't really expect much loyalty from these mods, considering they're going to be some like 40-year-old unemployed loser.
And we're going to see everything. We're all going to know. And they might not get in trouble for the things that they say, other than the copyright stuff. But we're all going to know. And we're all going to laugh at them. And their lives are going to just be completely destroyed because of it. And just, if you fuck around, you find out you did it to yourself. Congratulations.
freak, as we found out from the other people who got exposed every single time. It is exactly like when you picture a Reddit or Discord mod or somebody who spends all their time calling people Nazis, hating on Ethan here. You know the picture you have in your head? It is exactly them. It is worse than what you think, okay? Then Legal Mindset talks about how other content creators might be roped in as well. And you know, he did name drop Hassan.
And I certainly do expect that some of these mods are going to jump ship, and some of the mods are also going to point fingers back at the content creators, back at Denims, back at Frogan, back at Caseytron, and possibly at other content creators. It's possible if other ones were involved here. We mentioned Sean the Black, and of course there's the great white whale of Hassan, right?
Yeah, the infighting is going to be glorious. It happens every time with these people. If you're not a good person and you're doing bad things because you're a bad person, as soon as you get caught out, you're gonna start. They start stabbing each other, pointing fingers. Well, you roped me into this. You roped me into this. That Meeseeks over there. That he roped me into this.
That Captain Ahab Klein is kind of aiming for there.
Oh, dude, if this somehow ropes in Hassan into this lawsuit, how poetic will it be? I mean, how iconic would it be if he was brought down by his own orbiting moon, bro? You could not write a story that good. Now, of course, just being realistic with
the gravity got too strong and it pulled the moon in and it just absolutely destroyed it. Destroyed the moon and the planet. And all that's left is just stardust. Starman waiting in the sun. Is that it? Is that how that goes? Oh well.
Don't really know yet. And I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit unlikely because Hassan is a little bit unrelated to this. But the fact remains.
You see this right here? This right here, I think this is Ethan. This is Ethan Klein. Imperial class Star Destroyer.
Denims lawyers are cooperating with Ethan, and it seems like Denims is just straight up like giving up here, all right? Letting Ethan just run rampant here, selling out her Reddit comrades. Oh my god, it's just wonderful, man.
Yeah, and I think that it's gonna directly come back against Denims. Unless she knows, unless she is connected to these people and she knows that she can't be implicated in anything that these people have said or done, but she knows what they've said and what they've done. Like, chef's kiss.
Here's what people are saying. A rat's fleeing a sinking ship. It will be fast.
Bro, they're roaching out. They're absolutely roaching out.
Fascinating to see these orbiters turn on each other and eventually turn on Hassan as well. Sleep type orbiters and Hassan.
They may be roaching out, but they're still in the house. They ain't got nowhere to go. And Ethan is the exterminator that is spraying the poison.
While you can. The H3 Snark subreddit sure became quiet. I think they roached out to other subreddits like rats from a sinking ship. Imagine being a Reddit Janny that works 24/7 for free with zero recognition of all the hard work of sweeping and mopping, only to then get...
Dude, yeah, they feel so important. That's why they do it. They feel like they have power that they could never have otherwise. And they're broke, fat, and lonely, sitting at home, doing nothing, wasting their lives away. And they feel important whenever they have a community.
Thrown under the bus in a lawsuit by your overlords, Lamau. Can't relate. I mean, they completely deserve this, to be fair. I have no sympathy for these absolute cockroaches.
Yeah. And we called it. We called it every single time. And it's not even really a prediction at this point. It's just pattern recognition. I keep saying it.
This is no longer a cookout, it's a BBQ. Might even become a deep fry. Twitch made y'all too comfortable.
Dude, it's a crawfish boil. That's what it is.
Stealing people's content and not getting sued for it.
And we're just dropping oranges and sausage down in that water.
Reddit mods wouldn't even get you a single corn chip. Yeah, to be fair, these guys are all probably broke. Guess Denims.
And they probably smell like corn chips.
Blink first to tattle on the circle. Everybody gangster until it gets legally serious, absolutely. Remember, Legal said if you give up those names, Ethan might go easy on you. Actually, that is the only thing that can save them.
Just saying. Actions speak louder than words, and these people are pretty fucking loud. Legal action, that is.
Up the person who did the CPS call. Unreal Tournament announcer, first blood. Anyways, I wanted to move on to these few Denims clips. Apparently, she's been stealing content in different instances as well, and this is pointing.
Bro, Could you imagine if other people start suing her? That'd be absolutely glorious. Absolute cinema.
It out in Willie Mac's video.
Sometimes when the video ends, she says nothing, just clicks to the next video.
That this was the way to do it. All those Chinese truck drivers moving stuff around America. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.
Of course, Secular Talk. I follow Secular Talk. I watch him sometimes. I don't like him. That's why I watch him. Because I like to see what these people think and say. And I think Secular Talk is a pretty good source of what everybody on the left, well, the insane left, I'm on the left. That's kind of why I watch him. Because I like to get the normal people that are on the insane left. And that'd be Secular Talk. I think he's a lying piece of garbage. But I think he's one of the least garbage of the insane left.
Hey guys, first of all, we got a brand new camera angle.
I see her mouse moving. She's sitting at the computer. Why doesn't she just start her stream? She's just sitting there stealing YouTube videos.
One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse. We're not talking about legality. It's theft regardless.
It doesn't matter how you feel. It matters, like, how others feel about you stealing their content.
Talking about what is morally worse.
Girl, you're being...
And I love it when people are like, well, Fables, you're stealing content right now. Well, I'm not completely silent when I'm watching the video. And also, it's usually people who clip other videos and they do a commentary video. And these people that I react to, if they saw my videos, they'd be like, no, this guy's good. This guy's great. Like, we don't care. Like, I'm very careful about the people that I react to, because I used to react to everything, and I would get copyright claimed a lot. Like, I used to react to stuff like Vice News. I quit doing that because they kept claiming my videos. And then what's the point? Not even that they claimed it, they'd straight up block it. I almost lost my channel one time because I got copyright strikes from some people that I tried to dispute against. They ended up getting lifted, but it's a scary thing when you get 2 copyright strikes, and then you can't post for a while.
Sued. It's in the title of the video you're watching. We are talking about legality, and you're admitting to theft. God, she's so stupid.
Oh my god, I mean, Denims might actually be like top 10 stupidest people on the planet. I thought she was only like doing this shit to Ethan to like maliciously spite him, but I feel like it's just in her nature. She's one of those like reactors where, you know, you're not really adding much transformative commentary and you're essentially just taking the content. You know, we had that Jinx Reloaded. That was one of the first content cops ever made on these sort of leechers. I mean, no wonder her lawyers are trying to push blame onto others because they know that her personal case is completely cooked. Like, nobody is going...
Yeah, I try to make my content like, oh, I watched more Pegasus. I watched his video. Okay, now I'm going to watch what reactors have to say about the more Pegasus video. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for. I may not be doing the best at it, but that's what I'm trying to do here.
To actually take this on unless they're getting like...
Because that's how I watch content. I watch the guy, then I'll watch the reactors watch the guy to see how they feel about it, to see if they felt the same way or if they have anything else to add. Or sometimes it's just funny to see somebody react to a thing that I reacted to, like in IRL, not in a video. That's how I consume the content, and I'm probably gonna watch Tectone watch this video. Probably gonna watch Asmongold watch this video if he watches this.
A retainer beforehand, because
definitely gonna watch Nux.
If it's based on like winning the case or something, there's no way you're ever getting paid. And we just know the amount of incriminating clips that Denims actually has. There's just absolutely no way she's winning this copyright lawsuit. Anyways, moving on to another dumb streamer. This one's called Connor Eats Pants, and they just have like the worst takes.
Oh, we got a new one.
Ever possible. I don't think they're a sun orbiter. Maybe they're like a pseudo sun orbiter, just like politically brain rotted or whatever.
Another complete fucking retard.
Here they are justifying the CPS call on Ethan's kids again. Connor Eats Pants throws shots at Ethan's over the CPS situation. Funny because he got mad people called CPS. So quick context here, he's talking about the Fear and podcast. That is Hassan's podcast with QT Cinderella and a bunch of other people. It's the
I didn't even know this was an actual thing. I thought this was just one episode of a random podcast. I didn't know they actually like had a podcast.
Hezbollah podcast, right? The one where Hassan's like, well, Hezbollah is actually my favorite flag, guys. You know, the one with the AK-47?
When are you coming back to Fear and? Ask March, bro. He's in the books, people. I think Hassan needs a political podcast, and you should do it with me so that I make a lot of money. Because I'll be funny, and then he can, like, bring the topics. You should call it Leftovers. That'd be funny. Wait, Leftovers 2 would be so funny, though. CPS, the Connor Piker show. Okay, that's pretty good. It's funny because, like, he got mad that, like, people called like CPS on Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein got mad. People called CPS. I saw something on that recently. I was like, oh, like, yeah, that is kind of fucked. People called protective services. But then I saw that like literally he was like, yeah, like my kid like got like a sickness you only get if you like eat dog shit. And the whole family like started eating dog shit, and everybody got the dog shit sick. That is rather concerning. You're about to be on the IG stories. He better not sue me. That would make me so fucking sad.
Dude, okay. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? And then you're like, oh man, I hope he doesn't sue me for saying that. Absolute fucking moron. What are you? Okay, what the fuck, man?
I don't have like
well, now everybody knows that you said that, and you're probably gonna get sued. Congratulations.
Fortitude to deal with that.
Okay, here's a thought, you absolute moron. If you don't want to get sued, how about you stop saying that the CPS call was justified? I mean, I'm just saying, I would not be talking shit. We have Ethan here going after literal Discord and Reddit mods, all right? I don't think anyone is safe at this point, so I don't know. I just wouldn't be talking shit here. And can I just say, I have actually like no idea who this is. I've seen a couple of their tweets here and there, and every time is the most brain dead dog shit takes ever. I don't know if this person is clearly politically brain rotted if they wanted to associate with Hassan, if they're excited about going on their podcast or whatever. But don't worry, eventually everybody will see the light. Eventually everybody will be a Pegasus fan watching the legendary series. So yeah, it's a matter of time. Yes. We will convert.
I think everybody needs to be a reaction channel, and everybody needs to react to more Pegasus videos. That's what I think.
The entire world. Right, here's what people are saying. Wow, 20 seconds of research and you can find that Giardia is like super common and normal thing for kids to get. This guy's the best side character. He wants to be sued too, must feel left out. I feel like a lot of people are feeling very left out right now. And it seems like Ethan is like, you know, one by one, everybody. I'm still waiting for the...
Well, keep it up. If you want to get sued, just say more stuff about it. And I'm sure that you'll get your wish.
Noah Samson, the bad empanada, like Ethan's been teasing a lot. He's been edging everybody, like a little bit by little.
He's been freaking out those people, and we're just like, oh, come on. Oh, maybe not. Oh, come on, yes. Oh. It's just like he's dropping crumbs, and we're just like, I love it. I love it. The crumbs are tasty. So tasty that I don't mind picking them up off the floor and giving them a try.
Bit. And yeah, I mean, this guy's obviously not gonna get sued. He has nothing to do with the situation. He's just being an idiot on the internet, obviously. Childless commentary.
Yeah, but maybe if he keeps it up, maybe if he goes harder.
Many such cases. Any creator spreading this lie about the dog shit at this point shouldn't be taken seriously. Ethan, mission accepted. That is diabolical. Strategic obtuseness.
Absolutely dastardly.
This is one of the most common tactics here. He's either lying about the CPS thing, or worse yet, he believes what the haters were saying and didn't vet it. Well, I'll tell you what's going on here. Basically, it's my side, their side. I support his son and his goon squad, therefore I just automatically agree with everything they say. There's no like nuance to this at all. What a dumb mother flipper. Anyways, click this video or you're reborn as Denims lawyers.
Oh,
you're just cooked. All right.
Well, I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind being Denims lawyers, because they're still getting paid. It's not like they're not going to get paid. They're just probably going to lose this case, and it's going to go down on their record as a loss. Oh, man. Oh, dude. I can't wait until tomorrow for another more Pegasus update, because I know it's going to get so much worse. It always does. And it's better for me. I love it. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications, man. Because we're gonna react to this stuff every single day until it's over.